Problem 3. Jack and Jill are going swimming at a pool that is 1 mile from their house. They leave home simultaneously. Jill rides her bicycle to the pool at a constant speed. So let's write that down. Jill, right, that's terribly spelled. Sorry about that. Jill rides at a speed of 10 miles per hour. Jack walks to the pool at a constant speed of 4 miles per hour. Now, how many minutes before Jack does Jill arrive? So let's first draw the scenario. Let's assume this is the home and this is the pool, abbreviated by H and P. So we know that this is what? This is 1 mile. So in other words, we're given the speed so we can find time. Why? Because they're traveling at constant speed. In physics, one universal definition equation that you should always recognize is this. D is equal to V times T. D is the distance traveled, V is the velocity, and T is the time taken to travel that distance. We know the distance is 1 mile. We know that the velocity for Jill, this is Jill by the way, that Jill's velocity is 10 miles per hour. And we know that this is her T. What is her T? Well, T will be 1 mile times 1 hour per 10 miles, which is equal to the same thing as what? 1 over 10 hours. So she took 1 over 10 hours, which is the same thing as 6 minutes, right? Because obviously there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So if there's 6 minutes that Jill took, how much time did Jack take? Well, they leave simultaneously. So by the time she reached it, we know that she, or rather, we can actually find it, right? What we're trying to find, how many minutes before Jack does Jill arrive? So let's think of it this way. When Jill used up 6 minutes, where was Jack at 6 minutes? Well, Jack's distance, right, will be what? D is equal to V times T. The T is 6 minutes, but we can't use minutes, we have to use hours. So it's 1 over 10 hours times this velocity of 4 miles per hour. The units of hours and hours gets canceled. So all we get left is 2 over 5 hours, or 2 over 5 miles. 2 over 5 miles, right, would mean that he is roughly 40%, so he would be roughly right here, right? So he would be right here. And what is the time needed to travel this remaining gap? And that would be our answer. Well, if this is 2/5 of a mile, then this is 3/5 of a mile. So how much time does Jack take to travel 3/5 of a mile? Well, D is equal to V times T. V is 4 times T. T is equal to 3 over 5 times 1 over 4, which is 3 over 20. So he must take 3 over 20 hours to traverse this distance, which is the same thing as 3 over 20 times 60, which gives you 9 minutes. Therefore, since he would take 9 more minutes to arrive when Jill arrived at the pool after 6 minutes, your answer would be D, and we are done.